Welcome back to the Ramen.
The soup for college students.
Well, Kayla, it looks like some musicians still haven't escaped from the hardcore drug-laden scene.
Man, what's really unfortunate is that Bruno Mars had just begun his career. And I myself personally loved his song, Just the Way You Are. I always picture him singing it to me while I'm sleeping.
And I totally love it too, just, not for the same reasons. I don't picture that.
Up-and-coming pop and R&B solo artist Bruno Mars was arrested in the Las Vegas Hard Rock Cafe bathroom early Sunday morning on cocaine possession charges. Cocaine must be popular these days. Apparently, someone got suspicious after hearing a loud, violent snorting sound from one of the stalls in the hotel's bathroom.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. But isn't rocking out on stage in Las Vegas enough for, rock stars?
I'm sure it feels pretty good, but they could probably use some more cocaine to make it more intense.
Yeah, probably so. Oh, well, he'll probably get off easy just like Paris and Lindsay do,
Probably.
Speaking of music and cocaine, let's kick it over to William Caldwell for some more music news.
Thanks, guys. We're all gaga here at the Ramen over Madonna Jr.'s most recent activist stand. At a recent rally in Maine, Gaga lambasted senators to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. She took to the microphone and boasted that she'd been writing her self-proclaimed prime rib speech for 48 hours, but then immediately contradicted herself by speaking further. She then spat out the most laughable quote of the past 6 months. "Equality is the prime rib of America, but because I'm gay, I don't get to enjoy the greatest cut of meat my country has to offer." Throw in 10 more minutes of unwarranted meat and unit references, and I just saved you a trip to YouTube. You raised some serious questions with this latest gig, Gaga. Are you gay? Or do you just identify with gays? Do you also identify with hermaphrodites? Or are those just nasty rumors? Stop giving us the poker face, Gaga, and if you continue to decline my open invitation to come on the show, we will just have to assume the worst. In a completely unrelated story, Leonard Skinner has passed away. The longtime gym teacher and namesake for the greatest rock and roll band of all time passed quietly in a Florida nursing home after a long struggle with Alzheimer's. From all of us here at the Ramen, won't you fly high, Freebird? You sure got that right. And new album releases this week dot the entire spectrum. Maximum Balloon is the side project of TV on the Radio's Andrew Sitek, and the group's self-titled album hit shelves yesterday. Milk lovers and pedophiles alike will want to look into Selena Gomez's new album, A Year Without Rain. I'm sure the album's pretty awful, but at least Maroon 5 put a naked chick on the cover of Hands All Over. Rounding out pop releases, John Legend and The Roots pulled forces for Wake Up to cover a slew of 60s and 70s soul classics. Country fans can look forward to a new Zac Brown record, You Get What You Give. And the head of the class this week is a new release entitled Confessions from everyone's favorite sparkle darling, Liza Minnelli. First single, I Never Drunkenly Threw a Lamp at My Husband. It's a love song. And there's no shortage of nightlife to water down your GPA this week. The Varsity featured Citizen Cope last night, one of the bigger names for our quaint little Northgate venue, and hopefully you brought your sleeping bag because Pat Green comes in tonight. Other shows tonight include Lost Fingers at the Manship Theater and Firing Squad at Northgate Tavern. And sorry for the mix-up if you showed up for DJ Jubilee last week at the Rue House. He will actually be in house tonight, so don't forget your pacifiers. And Friday's not looking bad either. Live After 5 this week has the Bucktown All-Stars coming up from New Orleans to lay the funk on downtown for free. You can keep the Soul Train rolling with the Dynamites featuring Charles Walker, who will be at Chelsea's later in the evening. But if you've got enough rhythm and blues, the Varsity will have Journey tribute band Frontiers. They are promised to perform Don't Stop Believin' no less than 26 times. And finally, Chelsea's has the 484 South Band and Big Freedia with Rusty Laser. They'll be at the Spanish Moon this Saturday night while the rest of us are at the football game. Well, that's all for me this week. This has been DJ Willie C, number 75 on your dial, and number 1 of your heart, baby. See if you can spot the big mascot beaver. 100 points to the winner.